Here is your 8 p.m. weather forecast. In Los Angeles, the last few days it has been 106 degrees. In Blacksburg, we have had 2 days of heavy snow, but tonight here at Burris Auditorium, we're dancing in the streets and the heat is on. Welcome to Homeshow 1989, a homecoming celebration for a group that spends all year touring as Virginia Tech's musical ambassadors, and tonight comes home to show you what we've been up to. Please give a big welcome to the New Virginia.
Hey! I'm sure you recognize that those songs are by the Judds. And of course, they're a part of a new generation of great female singers in country music. But you know, a lot of the songs that new singers like Kathy Mattea are singing are still about the same things country singers have always sung about: love, family, and trucks. Charlie's got a gold watch, don't seem like a whole lot. Been 30 years of driving down the interstate, but Charlie's had a good life, and Charlie's got a good wife. After tonight, she'll no longer be counting the days. 18 wheels and a dozen roses, 10 more miles on a 4-day run. Every other reason behind. 18 wheels and a dozen roses, 10 more miles on his 4-day run. You more songs from the all-night radio, and you spend the rest of his life with one that he loves. Spend the rest of his life with one that he loves.
You know, country singers like Tanya Tucker keep coming up with new and different ways to sing about just how important love is. There's a tree out in the backyard that never has been broken by the wind, and the reason it's still standing, it was strong enough to bend. For years we have stayed together as lovers and as friends. What we have will last forever if we're strong enough to bear. When you say something that you can't take back, big wind blows and you hear a little crack. When you say, hey, well, I might be wrong, you can sway with the wind till the storm is gone. Sway with the wind till the storm is gone. Like a tree out in the backyard that never has been broken by the wind. Our love will last forever if we're strong enough to bear. Our love will last forever if we're strong enough to bear.
Of course, love doesn't always work out that way, and nobody's better than Reba McEntire telling that story. When I heard that familiar voice, heart stopped dead in its tracks. Across the room I could see him there, a ghost from my past. He's too caught
there's one country star who doesn't have to sing a single note to be recognized.
New Virginians, ain't they just the loveliest group of youngins you ever? With all that fine music and ooh, with them good-looking fellers. I love to look at them. Don't do me a bit of good, but I love to look at them anyhow. You know, I was backstage earlier getting me something to drink, and I seen me the prettiest feller I ever seen in my life. I couldn't believe it, because he come right up to me and he said, "Howdy there, Minnie." You know that good-looking feller I was just telling you all about? That ain't him. How in the world are you doing, Rodney Brassfield?
Well, to tell you the truth, Minnie, I'm not doing too good. I got myself a splitting headache. You see, I was backstage there just to splash it on some of that there toilet water. Dang, Red fell and hit me right on the head. What, some of y'all don't got lids?
Rodney, you remember my Uncle Nabob, don't you?
I believe I do, Minnie.
Well, he's been coming in late again. Yep, he has. And Aunt Ambrosia, she got him real good. See, she went down to Sips's supermarket and she got herself one of them masks like the kids wear at Halloween. And she got herself a sheet and she put it on the bottom half of her and she went up there and she hid in them bushes. Popular place out in them bushes. Of course, we wouldn't know.
No.
Anyhow, on about midnight, here come Uncle Nabob just a staggering on in. And Ambrosia jumped out of them bushes and she hollered, "No! I'm the devil!" Uncle Nabob said, "Well, shake hands with your kinfolk, because they done married your sister."
You know, Minnie, I was walking down the street the other day, and this fella come up to me and he says, "Hey, you, was you in Atlanta, Georgia last week?" I said, "Well, Atlanta, Georgia, got to give my little black book out for this one. Of course, Atlanta, Georgia, that'd be under T for trips." Yes, sir, says right here, I was in Atlanta, Georgia. He says, "Well, buddy, did you meet a woman named Ruth?" I said, "Well, Ruth, of course, that'd be under C for contacts." "Yes, sir, says right here, met a woman named Ruth." "Would you take her to supper?" he said. "Well, supper, of course, everybody knows that'd be under E for expenses." "Yes, sir, says right here, and took her to supper." He said, "Well, buddy, did you walk her home after supper?" I said, "Well, walking her home, of course, that'd be under P for pleasure." "Yes, sir, says right here, I walked her home." He said, "Well, I got another one. Did you kiss that woman good night?" I said, "Well, everybody knows that a kiss, of course, that'd be under A for added pleasure." "Yes, sir, says right here, I gave her a kiss good night." "Well, that there's my wife," he said, "and I don't like that one bit." Of course, that'd be under O for opinion. "Well, you know what?" he says right here, "I didn't like it too much neither."
Yep, we did. We had ourselves a good time, too. We made up this plan that come the next morning at the breakfast table, we'd say good morning. For every time we got kissed the night before, it'd be twixt us girls, because nobody knew what we was talking about. Well, next morning, coming that first girl come down, she said morning. But she only got kissed one time. That second girl come down, she said morning this morning. I going too fast for you on the front here or what? Well, that third girl come down, she said, "Morning, it's gonna be one this morning. It's a pretty one like it is this morning. It'll sure be pretty one morning." Made me sick. Because you know me, all I could say was, "Howdy."
Man, let me ask you something. You remember my girlfriend, Brenda?
Don't believe I remember her, Rodley.
Oh, sure you do, Minnie. She's that real pretty tall girl, got that long black hair, flows clear down her back. Sure wish she had some on her head, though. You know, Minnie, I gotta tell you something. You sure do look pretty tonight. Doesn't she look pretty, folks? Sure do. In fact, I would be pleased and honored if you would allow me to walk walk you home after the show because you know how I love to walk home experienced women.
Now, Rodney Brassfield, you know I ain't experienced.
You ain't home yet, neither.
Well, he's gonna sing you nice folks a song that make your hair fall out, but I see some of y'all's done heard it already.
That fella right there's heard it 3 or 4 times.
So y'all just sit back and listen to the rest of our New Virginians country medley.
Some of the old and some of the new.
But all of it's that good old all-American fun.
Hey, hey, Bossy Bus!
She says it looks so yucky. My girl don't like the cowboy hat. She don't know how lucky she is to have a man like me take her to the disco. When we get there, they say, "Hey, Gene, where's Hopalong and Cisco?" Well, I guess she's never stopped to think of all its many uses. Although it has a 6-inch brim, it's very unobtrusive. If you get caught out in the rain, you'll sure wish that you had one. And if a pigeon passes by, those without will be mad ones. You can drink out of it, lay down on it, it really doesn't matter. You can carry smokes and money, folks, in a big 10-gallon hat. Why, it's the greatest thing to hit the scene in the last 200 years. And if you have no hair up there, it'll fit over your ears. Cowboy hat, she says it looks so tacky. My girl don't like my cowboy hat, I told her to get packing. I found someone who always wears a cowperson hat too. While the only time we take ours off is when we want to kiss.
gentlemen, what do you think about the talent on this stage? We all know how good everybody is, but it's always especially nice this time of year when I can brag a little about the professional recognition these people are getting. This coming summer, soloist of Miss Virginia pageant, Mr. Chill Kong. Entertaining this summer at King's Dominion Theme Park in Richmond, Mr. Jay Fleming. Kathy Blake. Jeff Warner. And Alex Oteza. And at Opryland, USA, last summer, Miss Meg Young from Radford. This coming summer, Miss Laura McLaughlin. And she's not on stage, she's on stage. There she is, Minnie. Howdy, howdy. Yes, the third summer in a row, Miss Kelly Arway. You know, one of the people I just introduced has had some very special recognition in the past year. A year ago, she was serving as Miss Danville. That made her eligible, of course, for the Miss Virginia pageant. And in that pageant last summer, not only was she a finalist in the top 10, but she won the talent competition. And then just yesterday, and I didn't know this until the showtime last night, she was one of only 63 students on the Virginia Tech campus who was inducted into the Who's Who among American college students. So very talented young lady, a graduating senior in communications. I'd like to ask you to come out here right now and sing for you the song that won her that talent competition in last year's Miss Virginia pageant. Please welcome Kathy Blake.
Can make a person say, what good is my love? Funny how a breaking heart can make me start to say, what good is my life? Funny how I always seem to think I'll find another dream in my
You know, there's all kinds of contemporary Christian music nowadays, but what you don't think about is that you can probably find it in any language that is spoken any place on this earth. We came across a wonderful song. It is in an African dialect, and it's a translation of a hymn that goes back to the medieval times, starts out, "All creatures of our God and King," and our choreographer, when she first heard the music, went and consulted with the African dance expert at Virginia Commonwealth University and came up with what is an authentic West African funga dance to go with this. It's a dance of welcome, a dance of peace and friendship, and because of that you'll see a lot of motions with open hands and open arms indicating that. So this is a rather fun piece for us to do, and I hope you'll enjoy it as much. It is called O Sifuni Mungu.
Yumbe vyote vya Mungu wetu na mfalme wetu. Yumbe vyote vya Mungu wetu na mfalme wetu. Pazeni sauti ili nasi mwimbe, pazeni sauti, ili nasi mwimbe. Watu wote
Bye.
Back in the early 1970s, Roberta Flack recorded a beautiful ballad called Killing Me Softly. Just recently, Al B. Sure has brought out a cover for that, and it's a totally different approach. We'd like you to enjoy Mr. John Parker with this version of Killing Me Softly.
Until I came to
Good. Nicely done. Very nice. Well, a little earlier with Osipuni Mungu, we did some authentic African dances for you. Now we'd like to do some authentic American tribal dances with names like Charleston, Foxtrot, Waltz, and Tango. And to do that, we found a wonderful number. Now this is something we wanted to do for quite a long time, is show off some of these different dances. And this year we have enough really fine dancers in the group that we can do it. So this is a song written by Irving Berlin for the show Call Me Madam. It was a production number in the show. And tonight we're going to tell you how you go about putting on a really good party.
The best reason for a party and what keeps it boiling hot. An occasion when you got something to dance about, someone to dance it with, something to dance it to a foxtrot or a waltz. Put on your dancing shoes, here comes some happy news. Break up your twos and twos to a foxtrot or a waltz. You and someone have parted, and your lonely heart yearns. While you're there working hard, and suddenly she returns. That's something to dance about, with someone to dance it with. Pick something to dance it to a foxtrot or a waltz, to a Charleston or a waltz, to a tango or a waltz.
You know, it's not often that you find people who are talented at performing and also talented at writing music. And certainly over the years, we've had a few members of the New Virginians who did write songs, but not very often. Something very exciting happened last fall. Two of our performers wrote a song for the two of them, for themselves. They brought it to me, they sang it for me. We put it in the show. One of the disc jockeys from Q99 in Roanoke heard it. He put it on their playlist. It went on the charts. It was our first hit record ever. And a very special song for us, and certainly for the people who wrote it. I'd like to ask them to sing it for you now. Would you welcome Kelly Arwood and Jay Fleming?
No one can say just to love me, choose to take. I've been down that road before and I've made the same mistake.
I've waited too long for a single honest love, but I don't need your promise now.
Just this time in the world tonight, till we see the morning light. Love me tonight.
That's wrong or right.
Just tell me. Been lonely so long, I've forgotten how to feel. I'd never know that if I stumbled on to something real.
One look in your eyes, I can see that you're aware. I know the feeling deep inside somewhere.
Just this time in the world behind, till we see the morning light. Tell me how to live.
That's wrong or right. Tonight.
I'm gonna make up for love I'd never shown.
When I'm with you, I can't even imagine life
Just this time in the world behind, till we see the morning light. Tell me how to care if it's wrong or right. Just tell me tonight.
Just tell me you love me tonight.
Needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, that song is on our 1989 album. And for those of you who are not familiar with the New Virginians, you might be seeing the show for the first time tonight. Let me tell you about some of the things we do. For for the benefit of our students, we do go into the recording studio every year and produce a record album. And one of the reasons is that you can't get a job in professional recording industry unless you've already had experience in a recording studio. And we have had performers, as a matter of fact, go to different places, go up to New York City, and be able to work their way into the recording studios because of the experience they've had with us. And at the same time, we get to record the music that we enjoy most from our show this year, for instance, that our audiences have enjoyed the most, and then offer it to our audiences so you can take it home, you can play it in the car, you can just have a lot of fun listening to it. Now, let me tell you something. These are not our 1989 albums. And the reason for that is we have finally gone the way the whole industry is going. We did not produce an LP this year. We produced a cassette tape. And with a new company, we're very, very pleased with the quality of it. We haven't been able to go to the CDs yet because they're still too expensive to produce. So this year we have the tape. This is our 1988 album, American Made, and our 1987 album, Headed for the Future. And we have a few of these left, and we would love to get rid of them so that you will find them out in the lobby at a very attractive price this evening. That way we won't have to pack them up again. All right, our 89 album, it has Tell Me You Love Me Tonight. It has our opening numbers, Yes, and Dancing in the Street. It has quite a few of the other numbers that you will see and that you have seen tonight. And so I know you'll enjoy it, along with the sweatshirts. You need those tonight. The quilts and the jams and jellies. We should have all of those available tonight. I'd like you to meet two of our graduating seniors. It's, you know, I say this every year. It's such a terrible thing that our most experienced veterans always manage to graduate. But you know, we're really proud of our graduation record and of the grades that people in this group keep up. And you have met Kathy already tonight. I have told you about her. The only other thing I can tell you is that she is from Danville, Virginia. Kathy Blake. And this gentleman grew up in Troutville, Virginia, although his family now lives down in Greenville, South Carolina. And he is about to graduate in the field of hotel, restaurant, and institutional management. Did I get it all right? All of those things? Yes. And we'll be heading for a job down in Colonial Williamsburg. We're very proud of him for that. Mr. Dave Sechrist. And thank you so much for joining us. You know, it is exactly 25 years since something very special happened to popular music, because it was a quarter of a century ago that the Beatles first came to these shores, started turning popular music inside out and upside down. It was February 9th, 1964, when they first appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show. Now, if anybody here can remember back that far, and remember that Ed Sullivan appearance, really the songs that we heard, the songs that they sang were love songs, but they sure weren't what we expected to hear. And neither was the reaction of their audience.
and because they didn't always sing about ordinary things. Or else, when they did, they sang about them in a little different way, and maybe helped us understand ourselves just a little better.
He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all his nowhere plans for nobody. Doesn't have a point of view, knows not where he's going to. Isn't he a bit like you and me? Day after day, alone on a hill, the man with the foolish grin is keeping perfectly still. But nobody wants to know him. They can see that he's just a fool, and he never gives an answer.
But the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round.
Henry don't repeat, picks up the rice in a church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing a face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. And do they all come from? All the lonely people. And do they all belong? And they don't
Died in the church and was buried along with her name.
with her name.
Nobody came.
Father the king, wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one will say, all the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong?
So who were the real Beatles? What was it that made them so fascinating? Well, they seem to be at their very best when they refuse to take anything seriously, including their own success, and especially including themselves. In fact, this song may be exactly how they felt about themselves.
We're Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. We hope you will enjoy the show. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Sit back and let the evening go. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It's wonderful to be here. It's certainly a thrill. You're such a lovely audience. We like to take you home with us. We like to take you home. What would you do if I sang at two? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I
most successful group in history break up? Well, partly they were victims of their own success. You see, they were the very first superstar group, and they had trouble coping with everything that went along with it. But they were four very different individuals, and eventually their individual creativity carried them in four very different directions. You know, someone once asked Paul why he quit the Beatles, and he replied, "I didn't quit the Beatles. The Beatles quit the Beatles."
Ringo Starr was the ordinary Beatle. He wasn't even an original member of the group, and at first their record producer wouldn't let him record. When the group broke up, he recorded an album of his own and played drums for some of the other ex-Beatles. But the kid who'd grown up in the toughest slums of Liverpool was happy to retire, to live like an English country gentleman.
George Harrison was the invisible Beatle. In fact, when the group broke up, he went on tour with Eric Clapton and no one even recognized him. His first solo project was a triple album of his own songs, and is now recognized as a superstar in his own right. He's finally getting the recognition he never received as a Beatle.
Paul McCartney was always the lovable Beatle. And before Michael Jackson surpassed him, he was also the richest songwriter alive. He had hits with his band Wings, duets with Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder, and his latest album, Back in the USSR, is taking him someplace the Beatles themselves never went, on a tour of the USSR.
And John Lennon, the angry Beatle, the one who really believed that all we need is love, was shot to death in front of his New York apartment at the age of 40. He's joined a small group of martyrs, people like Abraham and Martin and that other John, who happened to be at the right place at the right time to change the world.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. Let it be. Don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You have found her. Then you'll begin to
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now pause for a 15-minute intermission. Records and tapes of the New Virginians headed for the future, American-made, and dancing on the street will be on sale in the lobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Act 2, a celebration of the exciting contemporary music, whether it's Broadway or Top 40. It's what makes the American music scene what it is today. It's no wonder we're dancing in the street. Well, you can't get much more contemporary than a song that's never been heard until this weekend, and that's what we have for you now. A brand new song written by Jay Fleming called Star-Crossed.
Tonight ain't enough to save our crazy star-crossed love. The brightest northern lights can't steer us true. To know where we went wrong, to think that two worlds could be one. But tonight the stars are right to be with you.
contemporary Broadway. The hottest ticket for the past year has been for the show The Phantom of the Opera. And we have 4 of our performers tonight who'd like to give you a little taste of what that music and mood is all about. Soprano, Kathy Blake, tenor, Alex Orteza, bass baritone, Brett Flanders, and ballerina, Kelly Knight.
Forget these wide-eyed fears. I'm here, nothing can harm you. My words will warm and calm you. Let me be your freedom. Let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you, beside you, to guard you and to guide you. Let me be your light. You're safe, no one will find you. Your fears are far behind you.
All I want is freedom, a world with no more night. And you always beside me, to hold me and to hide me.
Then say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Let me lead you from your solitude. Say you need me with you here, beside you. Anywhere you go, let me go too. Love me, that's all I ask of you.
Share me one love, one lifetime. Say the word and I will follow you.
Share each day with me, each night, each morning. No, I do. Love me, that's all let me go too. Love me, that's all I ask of you. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Laura McLaughlin.
Love to last past Saturday night. I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of love. And I wanna love that's on the square. Can't seem to find somebody, someone to care. And I
my faith is gone, I fight myself to carry on. Yes, I know of the harm I do. What more can I say? How can I fall? How can I fall when you just won't give me reasons? When you just won't give me reasons at all. How can I fall? How can I fall when you just won't give me reasons? When you just won't give me reasons? Just won't give me reasons at all. How can I fall? Can I fall? Can I fall? How can I fall for you? Can it be permissible? She compromised my principle. Yeah, yeah. This kind of love is mythical. And it's anything but typical. She's crazy, you know she's out of force. You're obliged to perform when there's no other choice. She used to look good to me, but now I find her simply irresistible. Simply irresistible. Woo, 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 woo. Simply irresistible. There's no telling where the money went. Simply irresistible. There's no other way to go. Simply irresistible. There's no telling where the money went. Simply irresistible. There's no other way to go. Simply irresistible. I can't believe I could have been so blind, but I love it strange. I thought about it for a long, long time, but the truth remains. I don't need another lonely night to drown my tears, dry my tears. The answer's plain and it's black and white, and I can see the picture very clear. I'm living on the edge of a broken heart. I don't wanna fall, I don't wanna fall. I'm living on the edge of a broken heart. Don't you wonder why I gotta say goodbye? I'll find someone else. There's nothing like you to play the game as well. And you know it's hard when it's over. I'm living on the edge of a broken heart. I don't wanna fall, I don't wanna fall. I'm living on the edge of a broken heart. Don't you wonder why I gotta say goodbye? I'm living on the edge of a broken heart. Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take ya. Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go? Jamaica off the Florida Keys. There's a place called Cocoa. That's where you wanna go to get away from it all. Bodies in the sand.
that's what's been happening lately on the charts, folks. And not only is it great fun to put something like that together, but you cannot imagine what a challenge it is. Not for the people on the front of the stage, but for the fantastic musicians on the back of the stage who have to be able to match the sounds of the finest studio musicians in the country in the recording studio. They do a great job of it. The New Virginian Showman. Take just a second. I'd like you to meet these people. Our percussionist from King George, Virginia, David Blunt. Our drummer from Poquoson, Virginia, James Heyman. On bass from Sterling, Virginia, Rob Childs. And in the back there playing a bunch of guitars from Lynchburg, Virginia, Kip Carrico. On synthesizers from King George, Virginia, Tony Rice. A great sax section from Culpeper, Virginia, Chris King. From Baltimore, Maryland, Steve Davenport. And from Richmond, Virginia, John Edens. Our brass section in the back row there from Hardy, Virginia, Steve McEwen. From Rochester, New York, Tim White. And from Mount Airy, North Carolina, Kerry Boyd. When I first came to Virginia Tech, one of the pleasures was finding someone who is not only a fantastic musician, but a wonderful person to work with. He's been part of the New Virginians ever since the group began, Professor Paul Bresky. Enjoy a song called Cannonball. return to Broadway one more time, because some of the prettiest ballads of the 80s came from a show called Les Miserables. Here's Miss Kathy Blake and the New Virginians to sing the beautiful On My Own.
On my own, pretending he's beside me. All alone, I walk with him till morning. Without him, I feel his arms around me. And when I lose my way, I close my eyes and he has found me. In the rain, the pavement shines like silver, and the lights are misty in the river. In the darkness, the trees are full of starlight, and all I see is him and me forever and forever. And I know it's only in my mind that I'm talking to myself and not to him. And although I know that he is blind, still I say, there's a way for us. I love him, but when night is over, he is gone. The river's just a river. Without him, the world around me changes. The trees are bare and everywhere the streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day all my life I've only been pretending. Without him, his world will go on turning. The world is full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him. I love him, but only
Whether you're a rock and roll fan, a Super Bowl fan, or a fan of quadruple Grammy Award winner Bobby McFerrin, you're going to recognize this song. A song that he recorded all by himself. Takes us 7 people to do. Good luck.
One, two, three. Good love. Good love. Good love. Good love. When I was feeling so bad, I asked my family doctor just what I had. And I said, Doctor, Mr. Indeed, Doctor, would you please tell me what's ailing me? Doctor, he said, yeah. All you need, all you really need. Come on, give me good love. All I need is love. Give me love and baby. So come on, baby, squeeze me tight.
about our Home Show 1989, ladies and gentlemen. Every year we try to put together a special variety show. That's what we do best. This year I think the variety is the broadest that we've ever had, and the show has been the most fun to put together. And that is a great feeling for everybody on this stage. You know, I mentioned earlier when I introduced you to two of our graduating seniors that every year we do have to replace graduating people, some of our most experienced people. Of course, you can't replace any individual. What you look for is somebody who has their own special potential, their own special talent, and then help them develop that. And if you've seen our shows over a period of several years, you've seen that happen with people who are on this stage here tonight. Tomorrow afternoon, we begin our talent search for the 1989-1990 season. And there is more to the New Virginians than you see up on this stage. We will be looking, of course, for singers, dancers, people with great stage personality, what they call on Star Search star quality. We'll be looking for fantastic musicians to join our show band. But the behind-the-scenes people are just as important. We will be looking for people who are interested in actually working in public relations and doing the things that other people just talk about in the classrooms. We're looking for people who are skilled at photography, at news writing, at graphics, and layout, and design, or people who are just interested in public relations and want to learn from the specialists. And we have, and you have seen their work tonight, ladies and gentlemen, without any question, the finest student technical staff in the United States, and they do a fantastic job. All the staff. And of course, you can't do musical performance in these modern days without great technical assistance. You can't do symphony concerts, you can't do opera, you can't do anything without the technicians. They are the ones who make all the magic happen. So what's going to happen? Now, put this in your mind. 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, right here in Burris Auditorium, we start our talent search. If you're a singer or a dancer, come, wear some comfortable clothes. You will meet a very fantastic lady, our choreographer from Richmond, Virginia, Miss Pam Turner. She will take a look at your dancing ability, see how well you move, how well you can learn steps. We make it as painless as we can possibly make it. You can schedule a vocal audition with me anytime that you feel good about it. If you're interested in the show band, if you're interested in public relations, if you're interested in the technical staff, there'll be people here to talk to you about that. So 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, right here in Burris Auditorium, we invite you to join us. Let me tell you a little something about this group in case you're not quite sure whether you want to get involved. It involves hard work, a lot of hard work during the year. We travel in an average year the equivalent of 2.5 times across America, representing Virginia Tech. We are very much aware that we do represent Virginia Tech. It affects the way we travel, it affects the way we dress when we travel. We represent this school. We feel very good about doing that. We play every year for 45 to 50,000 people, face to face, not on TV where you reach millions, but face to face where they get the impact of the show just as you have tonight. And 95% of the people who have joined this group said they first got interested when they saw a live show. So this is a very special group, all full-time students. They all have to keep their grades up. They are all working on degrees here at Virginia Tech. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the leaders of tomorrow. And when they go out and take their places in the world, I think America is going to be in very, very good hands. What do you think? Home Show 89 has been very special. It's special for me because this marks my 10th year at Virginia Tech, and I have seen the talent in this group grow so much over that time. And for the New Virginians, this is actually the 25th anniversary of the beginning of the program that became the New Virginians. The Glee Club, the Varsity Glee Club, in 1972 it turned into the New Virginians, always with the mandate to represent Virginia Tech and demonstrate the excellence that you can find all over this campus in every single department. So, we would like to demonstrate that we are about to bring Home Show 89 to a close by observing just one more anniversary. The 100th birthday last May of the Dean of American Songwriters, Mr. Irving Berlin. He's working on 101. We hope he makes it. In his lifetime, he wrote over 3,000 songs about every subject under the sun. You could pick songs that represent anything you want. And so tonight we have songs that he wrote about America. Wrote one of them during World War I, another during World War II. Wrote for shows called Mr. President and Miss Liberty. This is an idea of how we feel about America, and this is Irving Berlin's America. Those words, engraved on the Statue of Liberty, have welcomed tens of thousands of new Americans to these shores. In the year 1892, one of those immigrants was the young Irving Berlin. He was 4 years old at the time. The Statue of Liberty was 6. He grew up on New York's tough Lower East Side. Grew up to become America's most respected songwriter. And what's his best known song? Well, that's easy. And it's a song that means something special to one of the performers on this stage. Like Irving Berlin, he was born in a foreign land, came to this country with his family, And just before classes began last fall, he stood and took the oath that made him a citizen of the United States of America. I'd like you to meet our newest American, Mr. Pyong-Chil Kong.
God bless America.